Hi, Addie. Hi, Brandon. Good to see you again. How's the past week? And last week we mentioned about the bad cop, good cop exercise. Have you tried at home?
Yeah. Yeah. I went with our daughter to my daughter, me and my husband's daughter, to her gymnastics stuff. Or at least picked her up from there. It was kind of hard with my schedule and everything. My husband's schedule is a little bit more what he wants it to be because of his position at his work. But I got to hang out with her all week, and I left Brandon alone.
Oh, so how does it like the good cop, bad cop exercises from your perspective?
Well, I mean, I don't think I can pull off what my husband pulls off, which is to just walk in and state his expectations, because, I mean, Brandon knows that my expectations are what they are and that I have more to say. But most of the rest of it is just leaving him alone and letting him reap what he sows. That's kind of my husband's approach. It's just natural consequences, so I just let that happen.
So this week, what I'm hearing about this week, you kind of adopt your husband's approach of be with Brandon, like leave him more space, and let him to like handle any natural consequences of anything he chose to do. Yeah. So how does this for you, Brandon? How this kind of leave you alone and let you like have their natural consequences for you for this past week?
Yeah, my dad is really mean.
Your dad is really mean.
Yeah. It's like he does care, but just like he was like saying really mean things. He was like, I'm disappointed, blah blah blah, and I was like, so I don't. He's like, he doesn't care if the cops like come and get me, you know. And I was like, what? He's like, if you fail out of school, it's on you, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna fail. Like, yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. So it must be tough to take that kind of like comments from your father.
Yeah, I just want to do whatever I want.
So what's the consequence you take besides your father's like saying, telling you that all these things? What's the natural consequence you feel you are taking?
Oh.
You don't know that, yeah. So let me just understand a little bit. So for the past week, you are taking your daughter to the gymnastics.
Yeah.
And your husband, your father is like spend more time with you and discipline you.
Yeah.
I see. So anything happened to make your dad to yell at you?
Yeah, she's like, you're gonna be me this week, so he was her.
Yeah, I mean, what happened to make your father react this way?
No, I was trying to go to the skate park with my friends, and he like looked at my backpack and saw all my goods.
Your goods?
Yeah.
What goods?
When I broke in their safe to steal, you know.
Okay, where did you break?
They had all the lighter fluid, all the lighters and stuff put in my backpack, and I wanted to go to the skate park.
You say like you just take from the, where did you take it?
They hid it all, but I found it.
The safe that has a lock on it.
You're in your family?
We bought it to keep the fire stuff away from him, and I think he found on TikTok how to break into safes.
I see.
So
you, before that happened, what's the rule you do you know there what will happen if you break that and take that things from the safe?
No rules.
The rules are that you don't break into the safe. The rules are that you don't use things to go light fires. The rules are that you don't steal from your parents. Your dad, you're hearing from your dad what I've been hearing this whole time. Your dad has cared this whole time. I'm glad you know that your dad cares. I'm sorry that was hard for you, but he is very concerned.
I thought you were supposed to be the good guy.
The week is over.
So let me let us just try to understand a little bit what happened when your father discovered your goods. So according to Eileen, you mentioned that there's a specific rule in your family that Brandon should not break this safe.
Yes.
Yeah. And Brandon, you mentioned that you don't think there's a rule. So how's this rule be known to all the family members?
Yeah, you should have wrote it on top of the safe, don't break in.
Okay, I can do that. Will that prevent you from breaking in?
Didn't.
So beside that, is there any other things Brandon can do or cannot do? Is there any other rules in the family?
He can't break laws.
Cannot break law.
We have an expectation that he maintains a B average at school, which I think is reasonable and flexible. If it were up to my husband, he would have straight A's or he would never leave the house. I think that he needs a little more room to breathe than that, especially as he's growing up into a young man. I don't know, his little siblings know that if there's a safe in the house, they shouldn't break into it. They know that they should be respectful to
to
his
each
dad and
other.
I and to each
Yeah,
other and to
okay.
other people's property.
Okay, I see. So what happens if anyone breaks that rule?
Their
Yeah.
dad talks to them,
Try to take my phone away.
we ground them.
Uh,
They used to get time out if they were disrespectful.
I see. Time out, take your phone away, what else?
I feel like the phone is the only thing he cares about at this point, so that's like the only thing I can do. But if I were to take it away every time he does something, he just wouldn't have a phone. And then I wouldn't know where he was, and then God forbid something does happen and one of his friends gets him in trouble, I'd rather him be able to call me.
Yeah, sure.
So
It makes sense.
that
yeah.
feels like there's just not a good solution.
Yeah, because you want to reach out to him if anything happens, right? So it sounds to me that there are rules and there are consequences, but there are not, the consequences may not be strictly executed within the family because of the need for connection. Am I understanding correctly?
I'd say that's true. Yeah, that's a
Okay.
fair way to put it.
Okay. And so you mentioned in last session that you work as a vice principal in the school district. May I ask, is it K-12 or it's a middle school or high school?
It's a high school.
It's a high school.
Yeah.
So before Brandon goes to high school, which school does he study in?
He was at the middle school that's near our house, just a normal public middle school.
How far does it school to, how, in terms of distance?
From our house?
And from your school?
From my school?
Yeah.
Oh, they were just a couple blocks away from each other.
I see. So before Brandon goes to high school, what's your typical day? You go to school, and who's going to prepare the breakfast every day? Your mother?
Yeah, that's
So
good.
you just got up earlier. What time every day?
I typically get up between 5 and 5:30.
5 and 5:30.
Well, I gotta get myself ready so that I can get my kids ready. And my husband typically goes to work early so that he can be home earlier.
I see.
So
So when does usually your husband go to work?
he heads out around 6.
Around 6.
He's
So-
gotta get there, start charting, get everything set
Sure.
up.
So you get up like 5:30, prepare
Mhm.
breakfast, your
Yeah.
husband have breakfast,
Yeah.
and leaves house at 6.
Mhm.
When does the kids get up usually? Before you go to high school, what I mentioned is that I'm just trying to get how's the family life
Okay.
looked like at
Kids usually get up at 7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay, so or you were in the same school before, or so you three were in the same school before you go to the high school. You are the
No, they were probably
They're in a, yeah. They're
younger.
They're in elementary school, but it's the same elementary school he went to.
Okay.
So, like, those 3 schools are kind of connected.
I
It's
see.
typical, since they're all in the same neighborhood, that the kids that go there go all the way through.
Okay, so basically you can see, is it like the same school, just different like different, this is elementary, this is junior high, but you can see each other in the middle, something like that?
They're just like, so the elementary school and the middle school are across the street from each other.
Ah.
So, like, he could go and grab them from school, and then they would
See.
walk to my office,
Okay.
which is just a few more blocks away.
So
The high school has a much bigger campus.
I see. So Brandon will pick up his siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah. You will pick up your brother and sister and walk to your mother's high school.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, that's it for your everyday life. Yeah, I see. So you are a junior or a sophomore?
He's a freshman.
Freshman. Ah, I see.
Yep.
So things kind of change, right?
Mhm.
After you go to the high school. So what's your typical day look like now?
Wake up, go to school,
Uh-huh.
try to go to the skate park.
Skate park?
Hmm?
You like skating?
Yeah, with my friends.
Ah, your friends are also like good at skating. You guys all enjoy that?
Yeah.
Ah, I see. So, you when do you get up usually?
And she wakes me up.
But you wake him up.
He has an alarm. It goes off at 7.
Uh-huh.
He lays in bed until I pound on his door at 7:30
Uh-huh.
because I think he should be able to get up on his own.
Uh-huh.
But I also don't want him to be late for school
Uh-huh.
because he needs to leave by
Uh-huh.
7:40 in order to get
Okay.
to school on time.
I see. So, do you have to send Brandon to the school every day, or Brandon can walk there by himself?
It's the bus, right?
Bus.
The bus,
Yeah.
school bus
Mhm.
leaves at 7:40. I see. So when do you leave at home every day?
I have to leave at 7:45.
Very busy morning.
Yeah, and that's not preferable. I'd like to be out of the house much earlier than that.
Oh.
I'd like to leave at 7:20. But
So what
I
do
don't
you-
want to leave until I know that he is on his bus and on his way to school.
I see. So when does the other, oh, excuse me, what's the name of Brandon's younger brother? It's
Joey?
Joey, and
His
then
name
your
is Joey.
daughter is Sophie? Or-
Sophie,
Yeah.
yeah.
So when do Joey and Sophie leave the house every
They
morning?
come with me. Their school is on the way.
Oh, I see.
Since it's just a few blocks away, I drop them off on my way to work.
So you can, that's convenient.
Yeah.
Okay. So if Brandon can get up by himself and go to the school bus, you don't have to wait
Right.
till 7:45.
And then I could actually get to school, get my stuff ready, greet my students as they come in,
Okay.
which I used to do.
Okay. Have you ever tried to just let Brandon to take the consequence of getting up by himself?
His school has such high expectations. I
I see.
worry that he could get kicked out if he's late. And I worry that if I leave him home, he'll just go off to the park and be truant.
Ah. So, Brandon, what do you think about the school? Do you like it? Your
My
current
school right
yeah.
now?
Do you like it?
Some people are mean.
Yeah, you mentioned the bullying.
Classes or whatever. Really smart people. I don't want to try that hard.
Excuse me, you say you don't want to try that hard
Yeah.
because you are too smart for that, or?
No, people work way too hard. I don't want to do that.
Okay, so everybody works very hard at that school, right?
Mhm.
And you think they are very smart as well?
Mhm.
And do you feel a
They
little
make
pressure?
fun of me. Yeah.
Sounds to me that you feel a little pressure in school.
Yeah.
Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah. I just want to be like the cool kids and not care about getting all good grades all the time.
So, the cool kids, is that your skating friends?
Mhm.
What's their name? Yeah.
You know the names?
Yeah.
We got Alex, and we got Bobby,
Alex, Bobby, who
Mhm.
else?
and Dale.
Gail.
Yeah.
That three guys. Yeah. So you four just hang out every
Yeah.
day.
There's a good group of us. You know.
You guys are in the same grade, all freshmen, or?
Mixed, but mostly my.
Okay. So
Some are older. Yeah.
who are older?
Dale
Dell.
and Bobby.
Okay. They are.
Alex is in my grade.
Alex is freshman, and Gail and Bobby, they are sophomore.
Juniors and senior.
Junior, senior.
Yeah.
Oh, they're about to get graduated.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys ever talk about any plan upon graduation? Which university do they want to go to?
No.
Okay. Do you have any plan about your future?
No, I'm only a freshman.
Yeah. So you haven't I have thought about that yet. So.
I used to want to be a doctor like your dad.
This is what she wants. Again, you see her. Blah blah blah. This is what you should do. Yeah.
So do you have when you are maybe not in high school yet, when you were in middle school or elementary school, is there anything you want to do in the future?
Yeah, I want to be a pilot.
You want to be a pilot?
Yeah.
Wow, wonderful. So what pilot? Why do you like it? What
Okay.
part attracts you?
Yeah, fly away and be away from her.
Just away from your mothers.
Yeah.
Anything
Clever, aren't
else you enjoy?
What?
Anything else you enjoy being a pilot?
Yeah, I can just travel and do what I want.
Oh, you want to travel to a lot of places?
Yeah.
Oh. And sounds like being independent is really important to you.
Mhm.
So what do you think? Because you are already freshman in senior in high school, why do you think that being independent? You know that when we grow up, like being independent also means you have to take your own responsibility. I think you are smart enough to figure that out, right?
Mhm.
So what responsibility would you like to take for your own independence, for your desire for independence?
Yeah, I want to be able to go to the skate park with my friends after school.
Okay, so then
I want to do that.
and do that. I think, and anything like let me just trying to explain a little bit more about my question. What I'm trying to ask is that if anything happens to, like you mentioned, you enjoy independence and want to do whatever you want to do, and what responsibility would you like to take as a consequence of your action? What would you like to accept? What can you accept?
I'll get the grades I get and go to the college I want after.
What grade is acceptable to you?
Ones where I don't have to try so hard.
Let's put aside the efforts first. let's think about what is your desire. So before the break, we were talking about the skating park, right? With your friends. You really enjoy being with them. So, and also we talked about the morning arrangements, like to your mother really wish you. It sounds to me that wish you can get up by yourself. So, also you mentioned that you have actually your friends have expectations. They have a desire to go to college upon their graduation, like
Bobby.
I'm sorry, Bobby and Ailey.
Alex.
Alex is your grade, right?
Yeah.
Gail.
Dale.
Gail's a senior.
Yeah, Gail is a senior. So I'm thinking that it sounds to me that the morning stuff does not work currently, right?
It doesn't.
It doesn't. So have you it sounds to me that you want Brandon to go to school and to because the school is very strict, and you're afraid that missing school might cause some consequences. Yeah, what's her consequence you're contemplating?
I'm worried that I don't think that they would do anything just due to truancy, but with his recent behavior, I'm worried that truancy will be like that final thing that causes him to get expelled. And then he would end up in my school, and I know the kids at my school, and they don't bully you for being a nerd or not being nerdy enough. They bully you for absolutely anything, and they get physical about it. And like those are the kids who are in my office all the time, and I know that it's hard to have people tease you, and I know that it's hard to get up the courage to talk to a girl and have her express that she's not interested, but I'd rather it be that than you getting punched by a girl at my school.
Sounds to me that you have deep concern for Bradley's safety if he ends up in your school.
No.
So Brandon, what do you think about that? Sorry, You are okay if that happens? Your mother mentioned that if you could not show up on time in your current school, that might be a last straw.
It's hypothetical. I'm still in the school.
Yeah, so you don't think that will come true in the near future?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Okay, tell me a little bit about you don't know. So you think your mother think that keeping on time will keep you in school?
But I am on time.
Do you think you are able to keep on time by yourself?
I don't know.
Have you tried anything before you think you can do it by yourself and without your mother's, without their discipline or your mother's help?
Set more alarms, maybe.
Set more alarms. Huh? And can you hear the alarm clock in the morning?
The first one.
The first one, not the first one.
I'm not here.
Okay, so.
And then shows my backup one.
Okay, your mother is your backup one.
Yeah.
So I think it's very good for you to come up with some solutions to this problem. And you mentioned setting more alarms might be a solution for you to make yourself to get up by every morning. So Eileen, what do you think about that?
I would love it if you could get up on your own in the morning. If you need a different alarm clock, if you need one that lights up, that could help, I'm willing to get that for you.
Sounds like it could be a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also do you have like, I think for every role as you are an education professional, and I think you know other motivation mechanism. Can you think of any like motivation system for to motivate Brandon to execute this plan?
Yes. It feels risky, and I would need to consult my husband.
Sure.
But we have a nice backyard. Summer's coming up. I've been thinking about putting a fire pit in since our kids are getting to the age where they can be safe. I think that I need to know that I can trust Brandon to not light fires if I'm not there, and to be safe around fires, and to be responsible. I think that this could be a step towards me feeling like I could install a fire pit in my backyard.
Wow.
And I don't know, if your friends are so obsessed with fire, they could like come over and we could make s'mores. That could be fun.
Sounds like a very good idea. And of course you need to consult with your husband,
Yeah.
but yeah, it
I
sounds like
think
a very
that
good idea.
there are so many dangerous things in this world that are fine in proper context. I want to provide a proper context, but I can't provide that if it's going to be a danger.
You want to provide a proper context for, like, it sounds to me that you want to provide Brandon some space to play, to have fun, as Brandon mentioned, also like in a safe context.
Exactly.
Yeah, it sounds to me that, what do you think, Brandon, about this idea? Of course, your mother needs to consult with your father about that.
It sounds like she's trying to be cool and fun.
You like that, right?
Set my own fires back there.
So what do you think about that?
It's cool.
And also one part just came to my attention. You mentioned that before Brandon goes to the current high school, actually it's not long ago, he usually like every day when Brandon gets out from school, he needs to take Joey and Sophie and walk together to your high school, right?
He used to just in middle school get them from their elementary school and walk with them.
Yeah.
I walked with them before that, and I do that now.
Okay, so at that time Brandon does do it
Yeah.
did it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds it's a do you like it? Like walk your brother and sister to your mother's school every day?
Before I did, but
Yeah,
now
before.
that's not cool anymore.
Before you liked it.
Yeah, but I'm a big kid now. Can't be seen walking them.
You see yourself a big kid now.
Yeah.
But before you think it's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, you also enjoy that?
guess.
I see.
It's kind of forced to do it, you know.
Okay, it sounds to me as a big responsibility actually. Yeah, and anything happened during this whole period of time? Nothing happened. Yeah, Brandon.
He also made good grades. He is fully capable of being a responsible kid.
I see. So, back then, you were taking a big responsibility to walk your brother and sister to your mother's school, and you did a very good job, your mother said. But I'm also interested to know a little bit more about you feel you're different now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
different
Tell me a
school.
little bit. Different school, of course, but what do you think of yourself seems to be different?
I'm older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are older.
Mhm.
Okay. what this order makes you feel that something you can do and something you cannot do?
Yeah.
And Theo, could you speak a little bit more about that? Like walking with siblings is not okay anymore?
Yeah, I just like I don't know. I just feel different. Like I don't have to keep living up to that perfect grades, perfect everything, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you mention perfection, perfect a couple of times. We don't have time to explore that for this session, but I'd like to continue that for our next session. And I think, and I really appreciate you both making efforts to come up with a new solution to your waking up, to your morning schedule at least. And let's see how it works out for the next week. And we can talk about